This week, before we hear from a couple who are joy-filled and are going to share that joy with you, I want us to think about joy as a choice. We've been talking about this gift of joy that God wants us to have. He's the giver. He's the source. In His presence, there is joy, and He wants to give that joy to us. But joy is a choice, just like we choose to open gifts. When someone gives you a gift, you have a choice to make. Are you going to open it, see what's in it, use it? Or are you just going to let it sit there underneath your tree? Well, joy is a choice. God wants to give it to us. He's the giver, but we have to choose to receive it and then to use it, to live it out, to allow it to change us from the inside out. And so in that way, joy is a choice that we have to make each and every day. We can't always choose what happens to us, but we can choose our attitude. We can choose joy when we receive the gift of joy from God. Proverbs 15:30 says, "A cheerful look brings joy to the heart. Good news makes for good health." A cheerful look brings joy to the heart. You see, we can choose to smile or we can choose to frown. We can choose to be pleasant when we're going through the line at the grocery store, or we can choose not to be. Joy can be a choice. We need to choose to receive it and then choose to live it out in our everyday lives. Well, I'm excited today to have Kevin and Faye King with us. And they are a wonderful couple that choose joy. And they share joy with those that they meet. So happy that they agreed to share with us today. So let's hear from Kevin and Faye now.
Good morning, folks. What brings you great joy? Let me quickly tell you my joy. I find joy being in the midst of people, either at my workplace, meeting many customers each day, or in a more relaxed setting away from work, hanging out with friends and family. The last few years, getting together has been tough. With reduced church gatherings, no community breakfasts or suppers to attend, and very limited family get-togethers. Luckily, during that time, a few of us started up DBC outdoor activities, where I find joy in being out in God's beautiful creation, enjoying nature and exploring different trails. It's an awesome chance to go and just forget life's little problems for an hour or two. It helps me to get re-energized, a little exercise, and to spend some time with like-minded individuals. Another part of me that finds joy, along with my lovely wife and co-navigator Faye, is doing simple acts of kindness, which could be simply dropping off freshly baked brown bread to someone who may have just lost a loved one, or to someone possibly celebrating a birthday. Maybe dropping off some homemade donuts like you used to make with your grandmother, along with a cup of coffee to brighten someone's day. What an awesome and joyous feeling it is. I'm not sure who receives the most joy, them or us. And where would a father be without mentioning his family when speaking of joy? Oh, my wife and my 3 boys, they are my all in all. They are awesome in their own ways, willing to help out in any moment. I feel so blessed having our 3 boys around, especially at this time of the year. Act on the now, do not wait until tomorrow. We all tend to sometimes talk ourselves out of sharing joy. If we delay the thought, we end up finding other excuses not to follow through with our plan. God offers all of us so much joy that we just need to accept it, share it, and make sure that everybody around you feels the joy. Just like a great friendship, do not keep it, but please share it. In closing, a Bible verse that sums up my feeling of joy comes from 2 Corinthians 13, verse 11, and it says, "Finally, brothers and sisters, rejoice, strive for full restoration. Encourage one another, be of one mind, live in peace. And in the God of love and peace will be with you."
What is joy? Such a simple question, yet so complex. A coffee date with my husband Sunday mornings before church. All my boys sleeping over on Christmas Eve. A smile to or from a stranger. hearing the old Christmas carols being sung, spending time with my family and extended family, being with friends, the sound of laughter, thrifting, and finding that perfect treasure at a yard sale. Okay, back to the question I started with. What is joy? So is it just something you can hold in your hand or wear on your shirt? The real joy that God gives His children should be different, because it's permanently living deep down in the depths of our hearts, with the assurance of who He is and holding on to His promises. God's joy should be overflowing in us so that we can share it and pass it on to others that we meet. In the Bible, Proverbs 17:22 says, "A joyful heart is good medicine, and a crushed spirit dries up the bones." You too can have the joy that only God gives. Joy is meant to be shared. So as we approach this Christmas season and New Year ahead, I pray too that you can feel God's joy in the depths of your heart, and that you can share and pass it on to others that you meet. From our house to yours, Merry Christmas.